I think it's pretty safe to say that the future of the Star Wars franchise seems to be quite expansive, not just with their books, novels, comics, video games, and more, but also let's not forget about their live-action animated Star Wars TV shows to arrive on Disney+, the new streaming service, as well as the new Star Wars trilogy that will be slated for release in the next couple of years by Disney and Lucasfilm, and exactly how both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are really going to handle all of this moving forward. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. So here's the thing about Disney Star Wars, is that we do know that they are now in a position where they have to have a high success rate when it comes to Star Wars in order to really match itself up against the MCU, also known as the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's exactly what Bob Iger and Bob Chapek want to do, is they want to bring it on the same exact level as Marvel. And I've said this multiple times before in the past, is that that's going to take a lot of time and effort. It's going to take a lot of time and work and a lot of, manpower to really get the ball rolling again when it comes to Star Wars. A lot of revolutionary technology is being developed for the new Star Wars TV shows like Kenobi and Ahsoka, and of course the new Star Wars films that's also going to introduce different types of CGI techniques. Now, with that being said, obviously we do know that creators George Lucas, Jon Favreau, and Dave Filoni are all working together as a team where they formed this alliance to really deliver authentic Star Wars stories moving forward in order to really give fans something true to look forward to. Now, when we go ahead and look at Disney Star Wars, obviously about all of this, what's really exciting all has to do with George Lucas and what's really going on behind the scenes with Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy. So with both Disney and Lucasfilm now finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are now primarily focused on their new Star Wars universe, as well as their new Star Wars trilogy of films that will expand the Star Wars franchise. Now, it's explained that both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are hard at work on developing plans to reunite the Star Wars fans around the world, where it's noted that one of the major plans involves creator George Lucas taking over and replacing Kathleen Kennedy in the new year of 2021 to handle the business end of Star Wars. It's explained that Lucas already has his plans set in to take over Kathleen Kennedy once he is fully in charge, temporarily speaking of course, before Chapek moves on to the permanent solution of who will replace Kennedy pretty much permanently from that point forward. George Lucas is set to modify the roadmap of Star Wars, including the release dates of the future films and TV shows. That's going to be the first step to all of this. And let me just stop right here, is that is a really good thing. Let's face it, I think that Kathleen Kennedy has done a real poor job when it comes to the roadmap of Star Wars and exactly, how she really laid out all these new Star Wars films and the TV shows. I think that she really could have done better with the marketing as well, which George Lucas will also be pretty much in control of moving forward when he actually takes over Kennedy. So moving on beyond all of that, and that there has been talk that Lucas wants some movies and TV shows to release on May the 4th every other year or so in order to honor Star Wars Day and what the actual day stands for. Not just that, but also Lucas is set to bring back Star Wars Legends into the new Star Wars universe and will be hiring other creators like Steven Spielberg, Christopher Nolan, and even Peter Jackson to handle some of the new films and TV shows moving forward. So here's the thing about all of this, is that we do know that George Lucas is the man who created Star Wars. He only wants the best for the Star Wars fans now. And what he's really trying to succeed with here is that he wants to create a better roadmap of Star Wars and how it's all going to be handled moving forward. The thing about this new roadmap is that this roadmap is going to be structured differently by George, John, and Dave in comparison to what Kathleen Kennedy had done with the, Force Awakens and the other spin-off films and everything alike. So when we look at what George Lucas is trying to do, it's not just the roadmap, it's also how the marketing is going to be handled when it comes to Star Wars and how that's going to differ to the marketing done by Kathleen Kennedy. I think that this, and a lot of this has to do with George Lucas setting up Star Wars Celebration for 2022, or maybe even bringing it back to 2021 next year, because let's face it, that's a far ways off. The next, convention, it's going to be pretty much the setup to when the new Star Wars movie drops in December of 2022. That can very well be why they pushed it all the way over until that year. And it does make a lot of sense as to why they would have done that, because that's when the new Star Wars movie comes out. They probably want to hype things up for the next couple of years before the movie officially releases. Now, with that being said, like I say, before, when we look at Kathleen Kennedy and how she handled the roadmap, it's been very, on and off. We've seen the Boba Fett movie, actually in there for a 2021 release date originally. That was deleted. She deleted over 10 years worth of Star Wars films just because Solo: A Star Wars Story did bad at the box office. All those movies were canceled over one failure. Just imagine that. All those movies canceled over one failure of a movie at the box office, all because of The Last Jedi and how people did not want to go ahead and see a Star Wars film so very soon because of their their distrust with, Rian Johnson, what he really did with The Last Jedi. So with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.